Welcome to this new video. In this video, I'm going to talk about AI agent. I'm going to talk about what AI agent is, how you can build your own AI agent in just few minutes. And I'm going to show you demo of how to build AI agents using frameworks like OpenAI Agent SDK, Pydantic or Clio AI if you are a developer. And if you are not coming from a developer field, I am also going to show a demo of building AI agents using low-code platforms like Lyzr AI. So this is the Lyzr AI platform. So I'm going to come on this platform later. Let's first start with what are AI agents and understand how it works. Okay, so AI agents. You must have heard a lot of terms, LLM, AI, chatbot, agents, everything. So let's first understand what's the difference between AI agent and AI chatbot. So you can see AI chatbot is a conversational interface that interacts with the user through text or voice, often limited to predefined scripts, just like ChatGPT interface, Gemini interface, like where you go, upload some pictures, ask to produce some results, transform the image, or just interacting with LLMs to get some information. And with AI agent, it's a piece of software, or you can say piece of program that are built or set up with you can say specific instructions to perform a specific task. An AI agent is a software entity that can perform tasks autonomously, learning and adapting to user needs. This is a basic thing AI agent does is it takes actions and perform tasks by itself based on predefined inputs and instructions. Now moving forward to understanding AI agents, structures and applications. So let's understand AI agents, its structure and application. So for AI agents, there are some key components like precision, decision making, action. So what it means by perception, decision making, and action. So perception is it can do API calls or take data from users or bit extra things instead of just doing simple tasks. Second thing is decision making. So for decision making, it can be using any LLM model or any rule-based logic. And to perform action, it can execute tasks, generate outputs, or let user download the results, those kind of actions. Now coming to type of AI agents. There are three types, or you can say more types when coming to AI agent, but three main types are reactive, deliberative, and hybrid agents. Reactive agents are simple rule-based systems like chatbot, like it's doing just one or two tasks based on defined input and instructions. Deliberative agents are used for planning and reasoning. Like let's take a basic example of open deep researcher. You must have heard about it. Like when user gives input, it performs web search, extract information, then analyze with its LLM and provide output for the user. Or you can say multimodal agents, where one LLM is used by agent to perform different tasks, second LLM is being used to perform different tasks, like it can do multitasking based on its predefined instructions and rules logics. And hybrid agent is a combination of both, like it can do also simple tasks and also some complex tasks based on whatever it is built for. And applications like business automation, virtual systems, autonomous systems. So these are broad applications, but on basic level, if you are just interacting with LLM and building agent, let's say you can send email using agent where you have defined the rules and the instructions, what agent have to do. It's just sending mail related to a specific things to a specified email, and you are giving just instructions as a normal human conversation. Now coming to key features of AI agent. There are multiple features AI agents can have, and it depends like if that AI agent is built with some purpose. Let's say you are making your personal AI agent for personal work, or you are building an AI agent for enterprise use case. Let's say you have to use that agent to help you code faster or make documentation generation faster for your company code base and internal use cases. So you have to implement agent with different purposes, and you have to define what it needs to do. Let's say you are from marketing team and you want to build an agent to help you do some marketing, right? So you can set instructions, use LLMs and predefine some features of that agent so that it can help you in your marketing more accurately. Agents can have memory, chat, drag. Memory is something like it has some context of previous conversation. Let's say you are putting instructions inside agent to perform some task. So it has some memory. It can retain like based on last 10 tasks you asked for, it can retain the memory and it will help you to perform next 11th task based on those context and memory it has from last previous 10 chat. Another feature that is quite trending now is tool calling. Tool calling is where API integration kind of thing. Like it enables AI agents to interact with external APIs, allowing tasks such as posting on social media platforms or retrieving real-time data. So this can be done by tool calling. And also there is a term function calling. So it's kind of similar thing, but not exactly similar. Like custom function execution allows agent to perform a specific operations tailored to unique requirement, enhancing their versatility. Like it can generate a structured output and perform some function executions during the process. One most important feature that everyone is trying to build upon is security and human in loop. So human in loop is something called moderation and oversight part of the agent, where a human is being involved to measure the performance of agent, ensuring accuracy and appropriateness before actions are executed. Let's say you or me are building agent and we want the agent to be 100% accurate. It can perform tasks with great efficiency. So we need to set instructions, customize the things before agents execute it. And it also helps in collaborative decision making. With human judgment, AI efficiency can be improved for complex tasks. Let's say you are asking agent with different set of prompt. So the agent can understand more context and can provide better results. While if you're giving a just a scratch prompt, example, say send XYZ mail to anand.amitesh@gmail.com. And if you're saying, okay, let's send a detailed mail to anand.amitesh@gmail.com with XYZ instructions, these bullet points, and try to cover all those details, right? Send better emails based on the input you have provided. Now let's come to how to build agents from scratch. I'm going to show you demo of these frameworks. I'm going to implement an email sending agent using OpenAI SDK. Okay. And I will also try to build an agent using local platform Lyzr AI. So before showing this, let's talk about tools we are going to use in this tutorial so that you can also understand the context and everything. Basics are done. Let's move to Lyzr first. So what Lyzr is? Lyzr is an agent infrastructure platform for building your AI workforce. This is a tagline, and it's also, you can say, platform to build agents, and it lets you deploy agents on their cloud itself. Or if you have a company or you want to safeguard everything on your premises, then you can use self-hosting versions as well. And as you can see, it has pre-built agents hub as well, banking, sales, marketing. Those kind of agents are already there. As I mentioned, it has two options: deploy on premises or Lyzr cloud. Now coming to frameworks. Now when we are going to talk about using OpenAI Agent SDK or any other SDK to build agent, that means we are going to code everything from scratch. So OpenAI has an agent SDK where you can use it to build agent using these models. If you are implementing agents from scratch, you can also use different SDK. There are lots of SDKs out there: Agno, OpenAI, Pydantic, AI, LangChain, and many more. So this is a AI, and I'm not going to use AI for now. I'm just going to show you one demo on how you can build it in just few minutes. And this is Nebius. Like when you are going to build a LLM powered agent, you probably need some LLM providers. Let's say you want to add DeepSeek into your agent, or let's say MetaLlama, or say Qwen 2.5 coder. For your specific needs, you need to choose the model. So Nebius is a model provider. You can use any models you want and build your own agents from scratch. You can use Nebius with OpenAI Agent SDK or AI or Agno or other agentic frameworks. Let's come to Lyzr again. So Lyzr also have lots of resources you can take to build agents. Like it has blogs, case studies, comparison courses. So when you open blogs, you can see there are lots of blogs you can read to understand what are agents, how you can build one, and all those things, like how it's helping the industry, enterprises. And it has comparison as well. Like you can compare Lyzr agent versus AI. So if you want to explore more, you can just go on this page and explore about it. And this is a Lyzr dashboard, Lyzr AI dashboard, where you can see you have option to build agent from scratch. There are community apps already there that these agents are built by community of Lyzr. There are some feature apps, right? As you can see, there are lots of examples already published where you can come and just use for your use case, or you can even build if you want from here, right? It has API documentation as well, and if you are a developer and you don't want to just use low-code platform, you can directly use Lyzr code base, like documentation, API providers, and everything to build your own agent from scratch using Lyzr agent APIs and inferences and those modules. Everything is available here. API servers, Lyzr agent API authentication, every doc is here. You just come and start creating with agents. Now let's see what agentic space is and how it's performing. So I was just going through some articles on internet and I saw like Microsoft announces security AI agents to have overwhelmed humans. So there are lots of investments going inside agentic space. Lots of companies are investing. Main problem with agents are its security, right? So let's say you build an agent with lots of knowledge base data and all those controls like Lyzr agent. Lyzr gives you lots of control. Okay, so as you can see, let's go through the dashboard first. While creating agent, you can name the agent, add descriptions, you can add LLM providers available inside Lyzr. You can choose what models you are using. Let's say you change the LLM provider to Grok, and it has different AI models so you can pick from. You have to define agent role, agent instructions. Then you can also choose tool, like what tool you want to pick. Let's say you are using Perplexity AI. So what you need to do is you just have to drop the API keys of it and you have to hit connect and the tool will be live for you to use. And you can define how you want to use tool. Suppose you want to perform web search using Perplexity, so you can just define here. And example outputs you can define. And as I mentioned, you can add lots of features inside your agent. So here you go. In knowledge base, you can add some knowledge base for agents, like if anyone is going to interact with it, it gives answer based on that knowledge base. And there are a lot of like answer questions instantly by querying and reading data from your database. So if you have a table kind of data sets, you can also add that here so that agent has context from it. And you can also enable short-term memory, long-term memory. So as I mentioned, memory is like retains contextual memory for the last 100 inferences inside Lyzr. So if you are building Lyzr agent, you can just turn it on. Or if you want long-term memory, it can also retain long-term memory. Humanizer option is like you can add some human touch to the responses of the AI agent. Let's say AI agent has set rules and set tone, but you can change it to just human-like tone in the response. And there are other useful options in terms of security of AI agents. So responsible AI, meaning like you can add these options like context relevance, maintain relevance to the conversation context so that it don't deviate to other topic, right? It can maintain the accuracy of ensure responses are grounded in provided context and knowledge. So let's say you are adding knowledge base and you want the agent to answer specific to that knowledge base. So you can also enable this kind of feature so that it can answer based on context and its knowledge base without deviating and picking answers from here and there from its LLM knowledge. Reflection is an option where you can enable the agent to reflect on its responses and improve accuracy. Now, important part, safe AI. So you can enable fairness and biases to reduce potential biases in responses, toxicity check, prevent toxic or harmful content. So you can also add toxicity check, PI detection, prompt injection, and those kind of things. And human in loop is also coming soon. Now we have covered the dashboard of Lyzr AI and we are going to build an agent from scratch. But before that, I'm going to show you the demo of how you can build agent using code. So I have already implemented email sending tool, like my friend has implemented it, but I'm going to show you the same demo inside this tutorial. So before we move forward to the demo part of both creating agent from scratch using code and using Lyzr, let's also take a look at Lyzr Academy. So I was also taking one course from it. So Lyzr primer course, I am completed few steps, like completed 4 out of 9 lessons. So what Lyzr Learn Academy is like, where you can come join and explore some courses related to agents, like how you can build agents. Lots of other courses are available. You can also connect to other community members inside here, and you can chat with others. You have to join the space. I'm not joining this space for now, but you can also join. And here are your courses. If you are taking some, it will appear here. Great place to connect with fellow community members who are also building Lyzr agents or trying to learn how to build agents. Not specific to Lyzr only, but you can understand some basics of AI agents and then you can go and try out different platforms if you want. Now let's go to demo part. So in this demo, we have implemented email sender agent with OpenAI Agent SDK, Nebius AI Studio, and Resend, right? So OpenAI Agent SDK is a framework to build agentic apps and AI agents. So I already shared the documents with you. And I will also drop all the links, all the tools we are talking about in this tutorial in the YouTube video description so that you can follow and check out everything yourself. And Nebius AI Studio is a platform to get AI models, and you can get lots of AI models from here when you are building any agents from scratch. And for email purposes, I'm going to use Resend. So Resend is a email provider, and it allows you to send emails programmatically, right? So it has docs, API reference, everything, and I'm just using the same thing. Install libraries first, OpenAI agents and Resend libraries. And after this, we have to set up environment variables for Nebius and Resend. So let's implement these. So I'm going to replace this with my Nebius API key. Done. And now I'm going to add my Resend API key here. Now I'm going to replace this API key here, and I'm going to run this. So environment variables is set up after installing dependencies. Now importing nest async IO, then importing required modules. Here we are importing essential modules from async operations, OpenAI client, and Agents SDK. So let's run this. It's done. And we have to configure the Nebius AI client, because with OpenAI you can only use OpenAI models like GPT-4, 3.5, 4.0 and others. But as we are using Nebius AI models to perform agentic tasks with different LLMs, not just limited to just 4 or 5 LLMs from OpenAI, right? With Nebius, as you can see, you have 30 different models, more than 30, I guess, models is available. So I'm defining base URL as API studio.nebius.ai, and then I am going to add model name that I want to use in this agent, right? So after configuring this, let's run this, define the custom model provider. So you have to define, because we are using custom model from Nebius, right? So you have to define that, okay, you are using Metalama 3.1 8 instruct, because you have to define this as OpenAI Agent SDK is being used. So you have to define those. Now you have to define the email sending tool, like create a function tool to send emails via Resend. In the demo, and this is the mail we are going to use. This is to subject will be subject, HTML body, right? Body will be the text we are going to send inside the email. And this demo is built by my friend, as I mentioned earlier, so that's why I'm using the same thing. I'm not changing anything. It's done. Now we have to create and run the email agent. So name is assistant, instructions is only respond, you only respond in haikus. You can change the instructions, it's just fun. Now as you can see, I have written instructions to send the mail in very human like conversational tone, right? Send an email to studio1.tech@gmail.com with subject test email at the body, demo for the video. Now I'm going to run this. Again, sending the email to studio1.tech@gmail.com. Agent responsive email has been sent. So let's check if we got the email from this on this mail. Let's see. And you can see I got the mail, meaning the agent is working and everything is working fine. Okay, so you have seen how you can build your own agent using OpenAI SDK, Nebius AI Studio, and Resend by coding the whole thing. Now I'm going to show you how you can build agent without coding using just Lyzr AI dashboard that I shared previously a few minutes ago. This is Lyzr AI's dashboard, and I already created one agent before, so I'm not going to create agent again, but I'm going to explain all the things steps, because naming the my agent as LLM pricing agent. Then description for that agent will be, it will provide pricing for few LLM models or name of providers. So these are basic things what the agent is, and the name is, it's nothing related to agent function. Okay, now I'm choosing the provider. So let's say I pick OpenAI, but I'm going to choose, okay, let's say Grok. Okay, LLM model, let me choose Llama 3.218 instant. Okay, and agent role is you are an expert LLM pricing and provider advisor. Your task is to guide user in comparing and selecting cost-effective LLM option based on the latest data from your internal knowledge base, right? So I defined the agent role, that what the agent needs to do. Now I have set up the instructions for the agent. Like your task is to follow this structured step to assist the user effectively retrieve the most recent LLM pricing, provide information structures like this way, identify user queries accurately for multiple relevant providers, present a comparison table, website for information, and those things. Okay. So I have generated agent role and agent instruction using ChatGPT, and you can also define the instructions and role using ChatGPT, right? And you must be knowing how to ask and prompt those things. And Lyzr has one good feature called improve. So what it will do is it will improve the agent role instructions and agent instructions when you provide that chat GPT's instructions and roles. Or even if you type it, you can just press improve and it will make these instructions more accurate for AI, for agents to perform. Now you have to configure a tool. As I mentioned earlier, you can use other tools, Discord, GitHub, Perplexity. It has other tools option as well from here. So for now, I'm not going to use any other tool because it will add extra complexity and I don't have access of API keys of Perplexity for now. So I'm just going to leave it blank. And example is optional. Like let's say add example outputs to give your agent. Right? So agent should structure its responses clearly and concisely, making it easy for users to understand LLM pricing and provide details in structured bullet points. So I have given this instruction like example, provide an example optional, right? It's an optional feature, but you can provide and it will also improve your output of agent. And you can also search different types of features from here to add. Okay, but we are going to use this. So for knowledge base, let's enable knowledge base where AI can use this knowledge base to give answers and provide details. So I'm not going to use this knowledge base. Instead of this, I'm going to create a new knowledge base. Before creating knowledge base, let's move ahead and see what we have needed. Okay, so let's name it LLM provider, and you can see enter unique name using only letters, numbers, and underscore. You can't use capital letters here. I'm going to leave this description blank because I'm going to use it. So yeah, that's fine. I understand what I'm going to implement here. And you can use the vector store, quadrant, or web based on whatever you think is good for you. And I'm going to use text embedding 3 small. And there is option of use a semantic data model. Enable this only if you want to use it part of text to SQL agent, but I'm not going to use it. So leave it. Now I'm going to hit create. Now when you create this, you have to upload some files like PDF, docs, txt as a knowledge base where agent will make use of it while answering questions or performing tasks, right? So for this, I'm going to use this artificial analysis website where it has lots of agentic, lots of AI, LLM provider name, provider pricing, and all those things. And I'm going to use Firecrawl LLM.txt generation features to get all the relevant data from these sites, right? So it will be generated in txt format. I'm not going to crawl or scrap this whole site because I'm just showing an example for you. So I'm going to use this generate with npx, and I have already generated the txt file using this. So you can also generate your own if you want to build any other project. It's very helpful. All these datas are already generated by me and it's saved in my local device. So I'm going to upload it here. So going to this, and I'm going to use one file for now, and again another file. Okay, it's not letting me add 2 files, so let's add 3 at once. Okay, I have uploaded 2 txt files based on data extracted from here using Firecrawl. And you can also use website URL. Okay, let's also add website URL for this. Let's say I'm saying use knowledge base from Nebius. Okay, so enter website, and I'm not going to use raw text or any other things, just upload. You can also see like max scroll pages, max scroll depth, dynamic weight, all those things. Like for this example, how many pages you want this to crawl. Okay, now it's done. Let's go to this and refresh this. Now we have knowledge base called LLM provider. I'm going to set chunking. Let's say number of most relevant chunks to retrieve from the knowledge base. Higher values provide more context but may increase noise and response time. So let's stick to 10. Retrieval type basic. I'm not going to change any default things and hit save. Right. And I'm also going to add after knowledge base, I'm going to add short-term memory so that it can give some answer relevant to some shorter context and chats. I'm going to also use humanizer to let agent give response in some human tone, and groundedness for not configured. So let's configure. Okay, you can add facts here so that agents know that these facts are correct. So let's leave it for now. Context relevance is a conversational context. Like it will have some context from past conversation, fairness and biases, toxicity check, and that's fine. It should work fine for now for our use case, but you can add other options as well based on your use case. For if you are performing enterprise use case, even for your personal agents. Let's update this. It's done. Agent is being built, and now I can chat like what knowledge are you trained on. It will going to say what the knowledge base it's using. So I guess it will like okay. I'm here to help you explore the world of language models and find the best options for your budget. With my extensive training data, I can break down ins and outs of various LLM providers, including Alibaba Cloud, Nebius together, Open DeepSeek, compare the pricing features. So it knows what it has to do from this instructions and this knowledge base, right? And one important thing with Lyzr is when you click this option, Agent API, you can get Agent JSON or inference APIs on and all those codes where you can use this to build agent from scratch by coding whole thing that I showcased in the demo with OpenAI agent. You can build the same thing with Lyzr as well using their APIs, right? So okay, you can also view this agent, and I have already deployed this agent, so I'm not getting any option to deploy. But let me go to other example and show you how you can deploy your agents. So this is an agent I built earlier. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click launch agent option, and there are few things. Yes, I'm ready. Enter your app name. You can enter any app name that you want for this agent. Description, what the agent is doing. Choose category, choose industry, select functions, and you can set like you want this published agent to be private or public, and you can just hit launch app. Now I'm going to come on the agents that we are working with currently. Now the agent I built is deployed and launched, so I can come here and it's like app, right? With Lyzr you can also get a simple interface to interact with agents. So let me ask questions. So let's ask simple thing. So it's giving answer based on the knowledge base I trained on, that data from artificial analysis and others that I uploaded. Okay, so here you go. To compare and select cost-effective LLM option based on latest pricing information, I will provide a comprehensive comparison of leading providers, and it generated some details like okay, Alibaba Coin 2.572V free usage, then Nebius, and Google Cloud AI Persona +1. Okay, so it's picking some details from artificial analysis, and based on provided data, I recommend Alibaba Coin for free usage up to 1 million token. 1 million token. However, if requires more token, I suggest exploring Nebius and BBERT large language model, which offers competitive pricing starting at this per token. Additional notes, please refer to provider's website, and this. So this is just giving answers based on the knowledge base I provided. And let's ask different questions like what models are available from Nebius. This is wrong spelling. Let's fix this and submit. Let's see if it's giving same response. Okay, however, I suggest alternatives will be explained. Not an issue because llm.txt is not taking every details from it. It's just few details, so it's fine. Like I just wanted to check if agent is working properly. So yes, it's working. I'm unable to provide information on Nebius pricing models as per my internal knowledge base does not have the most recent data available. So that's fine. It's not going to give the answers, and it's giving recommendation and those things, providers, all those provider list and all those things. So that's fine. Agent is working properly. You just have to change knowledge base, provide better knowledge base, and it's fine. It will start working. So in this tutorial, you learned how you can build agent from scratch using coding, like using OpenAI SDK, other providers, other LLMs, and I showcased demo of email agent, right? And here inside Lyzr, I built LLM pricing comparison agent. So you can see it can be built in just 10 minutes. For Lyzr platforms lets you build agents in just few minutes and you can iterate. Now you want to build everything from scratch. So let's go to the home. And when you open this API documentation inside Lyzr, it will give all the details of implementing these agents from scratch. And there is one important thing I forgot to mention. Inside Lyzr learn, right? Inside Lyzr learn, there is an option of upcoming events, right? So you can see there is an upcoming event on March 27th, how to prototype an AI agent using Lyzr plus Lovable. So you can use Lyzr with any AI builder like Lovable to build your own agent from scratch. So you can register on this as well if you want, and events are coming every time. And I'm hoping for this tutorial, Lyzr plus Lovable, it will be using this Lyzr documentation to integrate all those things, or with Lyzr agent or with this agent, it can be used directly from here, like agent API, getting agent JSON or inference, and implementing the scratch agent from using Lovable or P0 or any other tool. So I hope you liked this video. In this video, I showcased demo of email agent, then building an LLM pricing agent inside Lyzr using OpenAI Agent SDK, and inside Lyzr we are using Grok model provider and all those things. So I hope you like this video. I'm going to drop all the tool, all the resources and links in the video descriptions. And thank you for watching this video.